Right then, so in today's video we're doing top 10 hairstyles for summer 2017. It is officially the first week of summer. You'll probably be watching this next week, so that means it'll be still the first week of summer, so this video is very, very appropriate. It's not too late to get your summer cut and style, so watch this video, get some ideas and get yourself a nice summer haircut. So let's get started. So first haircut is Zayn Malik from One Direction. This is called a bald skin fade. Obviously he's got a skin fade up to a certain level, and then from there he's got like a 5 or a 6 all over, so that's a 5 or a 6 guard. It's very short on top, and the skin fade just gives shape to his head and face while still keeping it clean and very short. I would say this is a very popular haircut for this summer, and it's a very good base to start a new style at. So say you want to get a different hairstyle in the winter, cut everything off, start fresh. Say you've got a colour in that you don't like this ginger, but that's actually the light, it's not this bad anymore. Say you've got a colour or a style that you don't really like, shave it all off, start with a bald skin fade, and then you can grow into a new style and a new colour and a new cut ready for the winter months. So that's a really nice, simple, low maintenance haircut for this summer. It also looks really good with a beard. So that's number 1. Okay, so this is haircut number 2. Random picture I've pulled off the internet. I've got a load of pictures of hairstyles and haircuts that I look at for inspiration. So this is haircut number 2. This is a skin fade into a crop. The hair will have been thinned out on the top to give that wave textured look. The fringe is short and cropped. It's worn down and not up. I do like this look a lot. It's very low maintenance. It's still very short on top. I would say they probably used a salt spray to blow dry it straight forward and down, and then just a little twist on the end. So just twist the ends to get that textured look, probably with a clay. Again, this skin fade on the sides going up to the top where the hair starts, and then it's all blended in. Looks really clean, looks really nice, and it goes really well with the beard. So that's haircut number 2. Okay, haircut number 3 is another skin fade. As you can see, it's down to the skin on the sides, down by the ears, and then gradually fades to the top of the hair. Again, looks very good with a beard. Skin fades and beards go really well. It's a perfect way to create a break between your hair and the beard. So that's why a lot of people with beards get skin fades. Obviously the contrast between the two looks really well. The haircut is slightly longer than the previous haircut that we just looked at, and the fringe is also slightly longer. The model is not wearing his fringe straight up or back, and he's not wearing it down in front of his face. He's actually wearing it more so forward. So I would say he would have blow dried it up, and then he would have blow dried from above and pushed it down. So it's coming forward and out rather than straight back or up. So again, that's really nice, a really nice look. It's low maintenance. It's simple, it's easy to do, and again, I would say just use a matte clay to style that. That's haircut number 3. So, a really, really easy and simple hairstyle for the summer. So, the next haircut number 4, I think is Zac Efron. Looks to be quite an old picture. Again, this is a very similar haircut to the previous picture. I would say Zac Efron's hair is probably an inch or half an inch longer than the previous guys. Zac is wearing his fringe up, straight up rather than forward or down. It's a really, really nice tidy haircut. Again, Zac hasn't gone for a skin fade. His is just nice and short on the sides. Again, that just literally adds face shape, so that's going to give you shape rather than your hair sticking out the sides, because if it's not long enough to go back, then it will stick out. So just cutting it nice and short on the sides keeps it looking neat and tidy. A haircut great for all occasions. It's low maintenance, and it probably requires a small amount of blow drying just to get the fringe up. Finally, I would say that the back is slightly shorter than the fringe. The fringe has got probably half an inch or maybe a quarter of an inch longer, just so you can get that type of look. So, haircut number 4, done. Haircut number 5, who is that handsome man? Looks nothing like me, but it is me. Well, it does look like me, it's just completely different hairstyle. So, that was me around this time last year. I think it's always good in the summer to add colour. If you have dark hair, then blonde is always the best option. You can have tips or you can have highlights or lowlights. That always looks good in the summer, but make sure if you go into the barbers or the hairdressers, they know what they're doing, because it can go very wrong, and it can also go ginger, which isn't the best look. I've went through many different stages of blonde and platinum. I would say this is definitely more of a blonde look. rather than a platinum grey look. It goes really well with a tan complexion. It's not actually a skin fade, because if you're going to get your sides bleached as well and coloured, then if you get a skin fade, the hair that's going to grow through first is going to be dark colour, like the colour of your original hair, and that's going to make it look untidy and not as nice pretty much instantly within the next couple of days. So I feel like if you are getting the sides bleached, don't go for a skin fade, because it's just going to grow in the opposite colour. So I don't think that looks that good. This is very high maintenance. I never stressed that in my previous platinum hair videos, but platinum blonde, getting your hair bleached when you've got dark hair, is very high maintenance. It requires constantly toning and bleaching your hair. Your hair gets in a very bad condition, so you need to treat your hair in order to keep it nice. And just one quick warning, I got this haircut last year before I went to Vegas, and in the sun, in the pool, in the chlorine, it went completely the wrong colour. It just looked nasty after about 3 or 4 days. I had to go straight to the barbers when I got back and get it all fixed. So if you're going to get this hair colour, going to get bleach or you're going to get it platinum, get it done after your holiday when you've got a nice tan complexion, and that way it will last a bit longer. So that is haircut number 5. So haircut number 6, this is definitely my favourite haircut of the 10. This is something that I'm trying to achieve. My hair isn't styled at the minute, by the way. This is just out of the shower this morning. So this is what I'm going to try and go for eventually. I've still got a long way to go. I would say that his hair is about 4 or 5 inches long, especially the fringe. You can see at the back it's been tightened up and neatened up, so his fringe will be way longer than the actual back and crown of his head. And then obviously it requires a lot of skill to get that blow dried look, so it'll be blow dried with a brush. It'll be blow dried with a brush back and into that style. I would say definitely a salt spray was used, so when his hair was wet he would have sprayed a salt spray on, blow dried it in position with a brush, and then maybe use a tiny touch of clay just to run his hands through and create that wavy look with the fringe. I would say that is a lot of maintenance, because it's going to be hard to style in the mornings. And he hasn't gone for, I don't think he's quite as short as a skin fade, but he has still gone for a fade, just not all the way down to skin. Yeah, that's definitely my favourite haircut of the 10, and hopefully I can get my hair looking like that shortly. Maybe, I don't know, another month, maybe 2 months until my hair's that long. But I really like that style, and I think it's really good for this summer if you've got hair long enough for it. So yeah, really like that haircut. That is haircut number 6. On to number 7. So this is haircut number 7, and as you can see the haircuts are getting progressively longer, and that's because I wanted to start with short and end with long. So I kind of hit a whole range of hairstyles and cuts. So this is a bit of a different haircut. You can't see it very well in the picture, but I do like the style. I would say this guy's hair, he's definitely a model. He's a very handsome chap. All of these guys have been handsome chaps, to be fair. I would say this guy has a very similar length of hair to the guy in the previous picture, only this guy isn't wearing his hair pushed back. He's actually wearing it over to the side and quite messy. You can't see very well, but he definitely has his sides shorter. They're not long and pushed back, and they're not too long that it's actually sticking out. So he's got his sides tightened up and it's looking very neat. He's wearing it quite shaggy on top, so I would probably say that he just used the blow dryer and maybe a sea salt spray and just rubbed it about and pushed it over to one side. This is a very messy look, but only some people can pull that off. Like, that is definitely a good style for someone who suits that style, so just be aware of that. Maybe a surfer dude who likes to look rugged and shaggy and all of that. So I do really like that haircut, that's why I picked it. So that's haircut number 7 for you guys who like it messy. Haircut number 8. My second favourite haircut. I really like this one. Credit to this guy, because I honestly don't have the patience to grow my hair that long. I just get bored too easily, but I think it's definitely worth it if you're gonna get this end result. I would probably say this guy is rocking an undercut because his sides are quite short and you can see that the top actually hangs down over it. So that's just my guess. Again, of course, he's got his sides tightened in, tapered, so that it gives his head shape and it gives his face shape, and it also keeps him looking nice and tidy. His hair is very long, so don't be fooled by that. That would take, I don't know, a good few months of growth to get that length. Again, the style, just be aware of this in all of the photos that I've showed you, that the hairstyle will have been styled and covered in hairspray and literally pinpoint positioned for that photo. So Like, his hair won't look like that if you saw him on the street. It'd probably be blown all over the place and really, really messy. So just bear in mind that these photos are taken and then his hair probably all fell in front of his face. I don't know, that's just a guess, but it would be very, very irregular for his hair to sit like that all the time, because it looks unbelievable. And I also like the way he's got like a couple of thin strands coming down over his fringe and the rest of his back. That's just really, really good hair. Like, I really like that a lot. So that's haircut number 8, a very, very good option for the summer for all those guys lucky enough to have those long locks, which I'm trying to get, but it just takes patience. So definitely a good option for people with longer hair. Really, really like that haircut. And we'll move on to number 9. Right, so haircut number 9, another top contender for me. Really, really like this hair. I'm not too sure if that's the same guy in both photos. I kind of think it is, even though his hair's going one way on one and the other way on another, but his eyebrows and eyelashes and hair looks very similar, so I'm going to presume it's the same guy. This is another example of how you can use colour to really bring out the texture in your hair, especially if you've got long hair or short hair. Colour brings out texture and it really changes your hair up and gives you something different. So definitely summer is the time to add colour if you're going to do it, whether it's highlights or whether it's a full all over colour. Highlights in this case look really, really good, and he has very, very long hair. His fringe is covering the whole of his head almost, and I would say he probably used a salt spray and a clay and also a hairspray to make sure it holds and sits back like that. He definitely would have used a blow dryer and a brush to get it in that position, and then probably used his fingers as a comb to give the waves. So I think that is a really, really nice haircut for this summer. Maybe I will add some blonde streaks like that. I don't know yet. I need to grow it a little bit longer first, but definitely a good longer haircut with colour for summer. If you want to go for it, definitely go for it, because that looks unbelievable. So this is the longest haircut we'll have. Haircut number 10, the final haircut, and for those men blessed with the patience to grow some long locks. Sadly, I don't think I'll ever be one of those guys, so never mind. This haircut is the only haircut which doesn't have short sides in the video. I put this in just to give some guys who maybe don't want short sides some ideas. I think this looks really, really good. I think this haircut fits really, really well with the shaggy beard, but for me, I would tidy up the beard a little bit and that hair will still look unbelievably sick. So you can see what I mean by his hair's long all over, so his sides are long too, and he's literally brushed it back. And what I like about this is he's added texture by pulling a few strands through in different directions, and he's also pulled a few strands down by his face. I think that looks really, really nice. A lot of people, like I said, prefer a shorter haircut for the summer. However, if you're growing your hair or have long hair, maybe cutting all your hair off just for the summer isn't an option. Or perhaps you don't want to get your hair cut because you're growing it in for the winter, or perhaps you're growing it for next summer. So this is definitely an option for those of you guys with longer hair, and I think it looks really, really nice. So that is haircut number 10. That's a longer haircut, and I think that's really good inspiration for those of you guys with long hair for the summer. And that is all 10 haircuts. So what we'll do is we'll end the video here. So that's a bit of a different video. I haven't done a video like that. Honestly, I have thousands, hundreds and thousands of haircuts saved up in the bank of Louis. So if you want to see more videos like this where I give you a few tips, I recommend a few styles, and we'll go through colours and styling tips and all of that type of stuff, please comment down below, leave a thumbs up and let me know, because we can definitely make loads of these videos. And we can focus on long hair, we can focus on short hair, we can focus on colour, we can focus on styling, we can do whatever you guys want. It's whatever you guys want to see, and I love talking about hair because, I don't know, it's actually weird. Do you know my mum was a hairdresser? Maybe that's where it all came from, but it's literally, I love it. So, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to America for a month next week, so the next few videos will probably be travel videos. It's going to be hard to upload on the road, but I'm going to try, and then when we get back from America, we'll get this haircut sorted again. And for you guys who keep asking, yes, we will be going platinum, but after America, when the sun won't wreck it, and you guys have that to look forward to. So make sure you stay subscribed if you haven't already subscribed, and we're going platinum after America, so stay tuned for that. Miss yous, and I'll see you very soon.